earlier this week, he was named the Mountain West Coach of the Year. These two teams met just once in the regular season. It was January 28th at Viejas Arena, and the Aztecs won comfortably 72-51. But Steve, this San Jose State team, they've won 4 in a row, and they're playing a lot better than they were back then.
Yeah, they're a lot different now than they were that night. That night they only had 14 points at halftime. They actually went 14 possessions in a row at the end of the first half without scoring. They've changed considerably since then, and plus they have Omari Moore, who's on a big roll.
Moore coming off a 26-point performance in yesterday's quarterfinal victory against the Wolfpack. This will feel like a San Diego State home game. There are a lot of Aztecs fans here, as always, traveling well to the conference tournament. Our officials, Vern Harris, Mike Reed, Larry Spalding, and we're underway in the semis.
And as we saw even a little last night, San Jose State will play some zone. They start and play mostly man-to-man.
Darion Trammell, his first shot is good.
He had a rough night last night. That was big for him.
Did not score in 19 minutes last night. But he said confidence will never be an issue for me. And right away, his first shot goes down. Here's Moore, defended tightly by Butler and taken away by Trammell, but Moore goes to the ground, trying to get it back, a scramble, and we have a tie-up. No official signal yet, but it will be now a tie-up. It is San Jose State basketball.
Well, they're going to load up on Omari Moore. That time, Trammell giving great help on that penetration into the middle of the floor.
Shot clock is at 7 for the Spartans. Moore's got it. 3 to shoot. Moore tried to squeeze one into Tolbert, and that's too late. Shot clock violation against this stingy Aztec defense.
Yeah, you know, San Diego State wins more games shooting under 40% than any team you see in the country. They shoot 38% last night in a quarterfinal game, and they win.
It'll stay with the Aztecs, who have won 8 of their last 9 games. The only loss coming on the road at Boise State. And just an incredible streak continued last night as Johnson has it down low, knocked away and taken away by Tolbert. But the Aztecs won their 16th consecutive quarterfinal game.
Let's face it, they are the team in the Mountain West Conference. It's been that way for a long time.
Tolbert's 3 is off the mark. Here comes San Diego State the other way.
In that one game, Andrew, they played, San Jose State only scored 51, so got to keep an eye on that.
Mensah with the turnaround, too strong, and taken off the glass by Moore. In that game, Steve, they had 14 points at halftime. Played better in the second half, but Aztecs still won comfortably.
I'll tell you, this San Diego State team, they make it really hard to dribble penetrate. They help so well. And here comes it. There was the help from Mensah.
4 for 3 is good.
You know, he was 2 for 9 from the three-point line last night, but they were big threes that he made in the second half.
And a foul is called.
Yeah, Omari Moore last night was 0 for his first 7. Then he knocked out 2 big ones at the end of the shot clock late in that win yesterday.
Trammell fouled shooting the 3, so he will get 3 shots at the line. First year with the Aztecs after spending the last 2 years at Seattle U and his freshman season at the City College of San Francisco.
At Seattle, he was top 5 in the nation in steals. It's kind of ironic that Brian Dutcher takes guys. He took Micah Parrish, who was a defensive player in the Horizon League on the all-defensive team. He only takes guys that can guard.
Trammell makes all three. So in his last 2 games combined, he scored 3 points. In the first 2+ minutes tonight, he's got all 5 for the Aztecs. Trey Anderson with the jumper off the mark, and the rebound to Trammell.
He made a couple of big shots last night, Trey Anderson. That time they didn't get back.
And Keyshawn Johnson makes him pay.
Yeah, that time it was Sage Tolbert not getting back fast enough.
And some pressure now by San Diego State.
Little run and jump by Matt Bradley.
Anderson for 3. It's good. Team leader at 38% from deep.
And you see San Jose State playing much more packed-in defense, whereas San Diego State, they want to put the pressure on you.
And a reach-in foul called against Tolbert. Substitutions for Tim Miles, Robert Viola, who had a nice game yesterday, 10 points, 8 rebounds in the win against Nevada.
Yeah, I like that kid a lot. He also had a couple of really nice passes.
That shot off the mark, and Anderson is there to clear. 20 wins for San Jose State as a foul is called on the perimeter. First 20-win season since 1981. They went 22-9 that year. Whoa. Moore off the glass. What a move.
That's a pro move.
Amari Moore putting the Spartans up by 1.
You know, it always helps to have the best player on the floor in basketball.
Matt Bradley's first shot is no good. Bradley had 13 in yesterday's win over Colorado State. Goriner thought about a 3, and now San Jose State will back it out.
He always thinks about a 3.
Cardenas' 3 is no good, and the rebound to Bradley. Butler with a strong move, but lost it going up.
That was a quick burst of speed, but what good help that was by San Jose State.
Cardenas spinning in the paint and took too many steps to travel. And that takes us to a media timeout with 15:05 to go. Brian Dutcher was looking for a foul at the other end when Lamont Butler lost it going up. And still pleading his case. What do you think, Lap?
I don't think it was a foul. It looked worse than it was.
Yeah. Brian Dutcher's still not happy about it.
He's got 2 guys there to yell at.
And for the first time tonight, let's send it over to A.J. Ross.
Well, guys, these San Jose State Spartans are conquering the court in the history books with last night's overtime win over Nevada, marking their first Mountain West tournament win ever. As you mentioned, Andrew, 20 wins on the season under head coach Tim Miles. That is a program best since 1981, and a huge part of their success has been the Mountain West Player of the Year, Omari Moore, who put up 26 points and 10 assists last night. Miles said his team is going to have to play stronger, together, longer, though, if they want to beat the Titans of the Mountain West in this San Diego State team, guys.
AJ, speaking of miles, how many miles did you walk yesterday during your 4-game adventure here at the Thomas & Mack?
You know, I should have kept track of that. I'm a runner. I'm not much of a walker, but I should have for sure kept track of that as I went along.
You wisely wore the sneakers yesterday.
I did.
Good
I did.
job.
Comfort over, style.
4 games.
I'm with the pumps today. Just
All right,
2 games.
2 games.
It's a breeze today.
You can change it up for the 2 games.
I can
love
do
it.
both.
Great job yesterday, AJ. 8-7 in favor of San Jose State. Yeah, what a wild day it was with the San Jose State game going to overtime. Of course, that wild Boise State UNLV game. A lot of excitement here on quarterfinal day.
Yeah, the only one that didn't have a lot of drama was the Utah State New Mexico game.
Aggies played well. We'll see them coming up against Boise State after this one. San Diego State scoreless in just over 2 minutes of action now. They trail by 1. Oh, look at Ledee down low, but he could not finish.
He had to use a lot of strength just to keep that one in his hands.
Garrett Anderson on the floor for San Jose State. Nearly turns it over. Anderson here, thought about a 3, now to Moore with 10 to shoot. Moore will take a 3. Way off. Bradley in transition, and he draws the contact. Oh. No shot. No shot. Foul was committed on the floor. Coroner commits the foul, his first.
Matt Bradley is definitely San Diego State's best offensive player, most consistent too. Makes this little floater. That's a tough shot, whether it's good or not.
Adam Seiko right back to Trammell. He locates Bradley. He's left alone, and he hits it. A 3 from Matt Bradley.
Well, this Garrett Anderson looks like he's got a pretty good handle for a big kid.
Interesting story. Excellent high school baseball player. A fastball in the low 90s. He was a little bit late to picking up some of the nuances of basketball, but Tim Miles thinks he's a winner as a foul is called with 5 on the shot clock, and Brian Dutcher can't believe it. Foul goes against Bradley.
Yeah, that's something that Garner doesn't go to the foul line too much. 18 free throws on the season. Wow, I thought he was on the way up there.
Yeah. Out of bounds. It'll stay with San Jose State. And Brian Dutcher has not enjoyed the first 6.5 minutes of this game. Micah Parrish on the floor for the Aztecs. Here's Moore with Seiko on him.
They got different guys on him this entire game.
Look at Moore. Too high with the left hand. Viola fighting for the offensive board. Ripped away by Ledee. Trammell behind the back. And it was last touched by Viola.
That would have no chance of getting through. I don't know what Trammell thought he saw, but that was more to Viola than it was to Ledee.
halfway down and out. The follow by a rope.
And that's what this team, one of the best benches in the country.
Averaged 27 points per game off the bench, which is top 20 in the country.
They're closing fast on Gardner.
Cardenas three, no good. And the Aztecs able to control the rebound.
He's had a couple of threes he hasn't hit the rim.
Parrish fakes the three. Now the step back jumper is pure. So the Aztecs knocking it down. Meanwhile, a scoring drought of 4 minutes for San Jose State.
Yeah, they got to get somebody else involved except Omari Moore. I mean, Sage Tolbert last night had 20 points. They need other guys to step up because this kid's going to have all kind of heat on him tonight. Right now, San Diego State looks like they're all over the place.
Corner, high arcing three is no good. Long rebound out to Tolbert. 7-0 run for San Diego State. Moore tripped and traveled. And a timeout with 11:33 to go. We'll stay right here. Another media timeout at the Thomas and Mack.
I'll tell you, Andrew, they look like their defense is starting to really pick it up.
Using the hashtag MWC. Interdisciplinary research study outcomes. We reflect our diverse community and are continually working towards equity and inclusion. We strive for justice to advance the public good. You have success in the economic process. You can do $1.1 billion in California economy. We have transformation of aid.
You are watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota. Here at the Thomas and Mack Center, it's the Mountain West Conference semifinals. And right now, top-seeded San Diego State leads San Jose State 14-8. Here's a look at the bracket in the Mountain West. A lot coming your way tonight. Boise State and Utah State to follow this one. And hi, everyone. Alongside Steve Lapis, I'm Andrew Catalan. A.J. Ross will join us as well. We're at the under-12 media timeout. Spartans got off to a nice start, but now close to 5 minutes without scoring. Big surprise, that San Diego State defense shining through.
Yeah, they're bringing the heat right now. Let's understand this. San Jose State had 6 turnovers as a team in 45 minutes last night. They have 4 already in this game. And just in the last couple of minutes, I think San Diego State has really turned the heat up.
Here's the Kubota on the court right now. And we do want to point out that Alvaro Cardenas is the way that he's been saying his name all year, but before the game he told us that the right way to say his name is Cardenas. So I know San Jose State fans are not used to hearing that, but that's what he said he wants to be called. So we're going to call him Cardenas tonight. Ledee inside too strong, tipped around, and a foul is called. And if just joining us, there's been some calls so far in this game that Brian Dutcher at San Diego State has not really agreed with.
And you know, that travel on that was right before the break that they called on Omari Moore. Tim Miles was a half court for a while on that, so he's not real. You have a game here, that means the refs are doing a good job. Both coaches are unhappy.
It's a 7-0 run for San Diego State. San Jose State started 3 of 6 from the floor, but since then they've missed their last 5 shots and have gone ice cold. Anderson trying to change that, and he cannot. Offensive rebound by Diallo. Goes right back up and in. And that ends the 7-0 run.
And one thing about San Jose State, they're one of the best offensive rebound percentage teams in the country. You got to keep them off the glass.
Average 12 offensive rebounds per game. Adam Senko 3, no. Arope the offensive board.
But you know what? These are the 2 best rebounding teams in the Mountain West Conference.
Here's Butler on the attack. Off-balance shot off the front of the rim and grabbed by Tolbert. What a story San Jose State is. Last year they won 1 game in conference play as an offensive foul is called on Diallo. This season, 20 wins for Tim Miles in his 2nd year. He was named Mountain West Coach of the Year earlier this week, and they got their first ever Mountain West Conference tournament win yesterday in the quarterfinals. They beat Nevada in overtime. They had lost their 8 previous Mountain West Conference tournament games.
I wanted to ask you before the game where they're putting the statue of him up.
What would he get if he won this game? Down low, Johnson off glass.
This one's going to be a little tougher than last night. I think Nevada rolled over. They played tough. It was overtime, but scoring against San Diego State, tough to do.
Here's the player of the year in the Mountain West, Omari Moore, over to Tolbert.
They've got to get other guys involved besides Omari Moore.
Great play by Matt Bradley to get a hand on it.
I think one of the most incredible statistics for Tim Miles' team is that they've only had 9 seasons since 1937 to win more than 18 games. I never heard of such a thing, gotta be honest with you. 1937. You know, I always like, it's nice to talk about something that's long before I was born.
I'm gonna be kind.
Oh, here we
keep
go.
my mouth shut. Omari Moore's 3, no good, and the rebound to Butler. And they have not played in the NCAA tournament since 1996. If they're gonna get in this year, they'd have to win the conference tournament championship. They would be a bid stealer if the Spartans win the next 2. Johnson and Butler couldn't get a handle on it. Second turnover by San Diego State. San Jose State has already coughed it up 5 times. These 2 teams only met once during the regular season. It was late January at Viejas, and San Diego State won easily, 72-51. In that game, the Spartans only had 14 points at the half.
And like you said, it was at Viejas that makes it that much tougher. But this is a different San Jose State team right now. They're playing their best ball of the year. They really move the ball well, too, both sides. And you better do that.
4 on the shot clock. Corner's 3 is rejected by Johnson. Whoa. Bradley on the baseline. You think Omari Moore will even come out of the game tonight?
Well, he didn't come out last night. 45 minutes last night at Cardenas. Did I say that right?
You did.
44 minutes.
Gordner with the jam. How about it?
I'll tell you, you don't see that happen very often to San Diego State in the half court.
Parrish lost a handle on it. Now Mensah with 7:50 to go in the first. Parrish drives in with the left hand, no. And Viola is right there.
And I like San Jose State pushing it a little bit. Colorado State did a good job of scoring in secondary transition last night before the San Diego State defense was set up.
So hard to get an open look against San Diego State in the half court.
Yeah, when they're set up.
Cardenas three. No.
I mean, he's got Nathan Mensah running at him at 6'9" and athletic. That's a tough shot.
For those of you watching our free streaming coverage, it will conclude after the commercial break. But we will continue on CBS Sports Network. Aztecs lead by 4. You are watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota. Back in Vegas, San Jose State trails by 4. We mentioned the last time the Spartans went to the NCAA tournament was 1996 on CBS against top-seeded Kentucky. San Jose State led for a lot of the first half, but then Kentucky had a couple of guys named Antoine Walker and Walter McCarty. Ended up winning 110-72, and they went on to win the national title that year. But 3 times San Jose State has made the NCAA tournament, trying to get back for a 4th time. When they went in '96, they were a member of the Big West Conference. And Tim Miles has done an excellent job of putting them just 2 wins away from returning to the NCAA tournament, and we know that individual would be very excited to see that.
You know, one thing we got to keep an eye on, Andrew, is San Jose State doesn't take a lot of threes. They've taken 17 shots and 11 have been threes. That, I think, speaks to San Diego State not letting you get the ball in the lane.
Let's check in with A.J. Ross.
Well, guys, as you talk about the success of 10 Miles at this program, during that last time out, he was asking his star, Omari Moore, what's working for him out there. And if you remember during our meetings, he was asking, or actually telling us, that he is not above asking his guys what they like offensively. At first, they were doing kind of a 5-out shell offense. Then they switched to a pick and pop at the top that worked more with their offense in the season, and that's been successful for them. So this was something they were exploring again during this timeout, guys.
There'll be a lot of exploring in this game against that team on offense, that's for sure.
How much of a say did your players have when you were coaching?
Hey, look, why are you saying that? Why? You don't think I was like Tim Miles for some reason?
I was just curious.
No, I'm just curious why you put it that way.
It seemed like it was, rather unique that Tim Miles was doing that.
It won as much as democracy, I will say that.
I kind of figured that. 6-point San Diego State lead as Moore misses the reverse.
Yeah, he needed to go up on the same side he caught that
on. San Jose State shooting just 5 for 18, 28% here in the first half. 8 on the shot clock. Johnson, no. And a whistle and a foul is called. And that's going to go on Viola. What have the Aztecs been working on offensively, Lab?
Well, they've been running the floor. They're another team. You know, they don't run a lot, but when they do, they can be effective because they got some really good athletes, obviously. And that, when you have a guy like Matt Bradley out there, and Parrish is a good offensive player, too. So they can get a lot done in a lot of different areas, but I think when they're playing faster is when they play their best.
Already 6 players with a made field goal. Such a deep team. Brian Dutcher telling us it's the deepest we've ever been. And that allows for a lot of fresh legs, which certainly helps in a situation like this when you're playing your 2nd game in a row in as many nights.
Well, you know, they came out yesterday a little flat, and Brian Dutcher brought 3 subs in after 2 minutes. Can't turn things around.
It's a 1-and-1 for Nathan Mensah. Well, make sure to tune into the 2023 Reese's College All-Star Game. It's presented by Walmart. It's on March 31st, live at 4:30 Eastern, right here on CBS Sports Network. And Steve Lapis will be on the call for that.
I will be.
1 out of 2 for Mensah, who had a quiet game last night, only 4 points, but did come up with a big defensive stop in the final seconds. Cardenas well short. He is 0 for 4 to start this game.
You know, he was open, and that's what San Diego State does here. Even when you're open, you feel like they're around you somewhere. And that's what happened to Cardenas right there. He was open, but He didn't believe it.
Bradley with the left hand gets it to go, and Bradley's got 5 points in the first half.
So strong.
4 career games against San Jose State. Bradley has averaged 18 points per game.
Yeah, they have to figure out what to do on this end. They're not doing a bad job on the defensive end, but down here is the problem. And Tolbert is one of the guys who's got to do something.
Misses that shot. He was so good yesterday when he went for 20 against Nevada. Johnson, double team, gets rid of it. Bradley again, defended by Anderson, 5 on the shot clock. Keyshawn Johnson pulls up and knocks it down. And Tim Miles calls a timeout. Largest lead of the night for San Diego State. And Tim Miles is giving it to the referees. Aztecs looking good early here in Vegas. You're watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota. San Diego State up 23-12. Coming up 18th at the half, Adam Zucker, Wally Zerbiak, Shelvin Mack, John Rothstein, and Jerry Palm. All in studio to get you caught up to date on conference tournaments and the latest news. It's on AT&T at the half. And some of the topics I'm sure they'll be discussing. Marquette, big win over UConn in the Big East semis. Our producer, Jonathan Siegel, very happy that his Duke Blue Devils win their 8th in a row. And how about AJ's alma mater, Howard, 1 win away from the NCAA tournament, AJ.
That's right, the real HU. It's been great to see what Kenneth Blakely has done there, as well as the women's team. They're underway to the championship game as well, so shout out to both teams.
Love it, good luck. San Jose State scored 8 points in the first 3 minutes and 44 seconds. They've scored just 4 points since.
It's looking eerily like that first game.
Omari Moore, no. And the rebound grab by Tolbert, sends it back out. Cardenas 3. He's 0 for 5.
The way they challenge shots, you got long, athletic guys running at you, and they right now have this team very uncomfortable.
Spartans have missed 13 of their last 15 shots.
And a lot of them have not been good looks. They've got to try and run some offense and get a good-looking shot. Everything's been rushed, forced, and they switch so effectively. Their big guys can guard small guys, and the small guys can guard big guys. That's one of the things that makes them so tough.
Anderson, short.
One of their better looks.
Trammell scored the first 5 points of the game for San Diego State. And Anderson commits the foul. That'll send Parrish to the free throw line. CBS Sports celebrates Women's History Month, recognizing the outstanding contributions women and girls have made on and off the field of play. A lot of San Diego State fans in Vegas, no surprise. We're used to seeing that each and every year here at the Mountain West Conference Tournament. And they are enjoying what they've seen so far.
I'll tell you what, Andrew, these refs are getting an earful from the beginning of this game.
Tim Miles working on Vern Harris right now.
You know, I know what he's saying, too. Like San Diego State, they play such good aggressive defense. They have 3 fouls. But they're not really fouling. And that's why they're a really good defensive team, because they can guard like that without fouling. Physical they are, yes, no doubt.
San Diego State 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. San Jose State has yet to attempt a free throw in the first half. And the drought continues. Just 2 points in the last 8 minutes. Tough pass. Omari Moore has it. Coroner for 3. And boy, do they need that. That stops a 9-0 run.
Good ball reversal. And one thing about Gordner, 148 shots, 148 three-point attempts of his 190 shots for the season.
A rope inside, and he travels. Third turnover by San Diego State.
This three came off a really quick ball reversal, as you're going to see right here. It's coming. They almost steal it, and Cardenas gets it away quickly.
Cardenas drives, puts it up. No, Diallo misses the follow. Quickly, Seiko the other way. This three's not there, and Moore grabs the rebound. Coroner up ahead of the pack.
You need to push it before they set up.
Cardenas to a cutting Tolbert, and he'll pull it back out. You know, in some ways, it was a disadvantage for San Jose State to not play the Aztecs twice this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Not used to seeing that defense as Parrish takes it away and throws it down. Corner, floater, no. And a blocking foul is called on the Aztecs.
That looked like a charge waiting to happen there.
The dunk here by Micah Parrish in his first year with San Diego State after transferring from Oakland University. And they just showed this replay on the big scoreboard.
Oh my God,
oh boy.
That is a charge. I thought it was going to be a charge before he took off. You could just kind of see it coming.
Could read Brian Dutcher's lips saying that's a bad call.
I mean, he was waiting for him.
Tell you what, Dutch does a good job of smiling while he's yelling.
Yeah.
I think there's an art to that.
It wasn't one of my strengths. Not something I was good at.
10-point game as we approach 1 minute to go in the first half.
A little zone now from
Parrish at team 3.
You know, you change defenses. That's the worst thing you want to see happen. They make a three when you go zone.
9 points for Micah Parrish. Corner trying to answer, and he does.
This guy doesn't fool around when it comes to that three.
32% from deep. Not shy about taking him.
And he's 6'9".
And Brian Dutcher will call a timeout with 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Don't forget, it's late night in the Mountain West. After this one, Boise State and Utah State. That should be an excellent game. Coming up when we're done with this one here, a spot in the Mountain West Championship game on the line. You'll see that game tomorrow at 6 Eastern on CBS. It's been a dance party for the Aztecs here in the first half. They lead it by 10 and a chance to add to their lead before halftime.
And they're staying with this 1-3-1 for this last possession.
Ledee sets the screen. Trammell steps into a three and hits it.
Wow.
2 seconds left. Cardenas can't get it in, and that's how the first half ends. Darion Trammell scored a combined 3 points in his previous 2 games. He's limping a little bit after that three, but he has 8 points in the first half.
Yeah.
Parrish with 9.
I don't know if that's a cramp or what.
AJ's with Brian Dutcher.
That's right, Coach Brian Dutcher. Your defense is your bread and butter. They limited San Jose to just 2 makes on their last 11 shots. What did you think about the tone your team set on this first half?
They're hard to guard. Amari Moore is really tough. So we're switching ball screens and just trying to keep a body in front of a body as best we can.
Darion Trammell also had a great first half. What can you say about his performance?
Who was that?
Darion.
Yeah, Darion came out. Well, he didn't score a point yesterday and looked like he was trying to establish himself. So we let him play with a lot of offensive freedom, and he had a lot of success.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Omari Moore held to 5 points in the first half on just 2 of 7 shooting. Aztecs looking good in the first. They lead it by 13, 18 at the half. Coming up after this.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Kubota. Together we do more. By AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. And by Werner, the official ladder of NCAA March Madness. Reach new heights.
Another thrilling halftime performance at the Mountain West Tournament. At the half, San Diego State leads by 13. And hi again, everyone. Courtside with Steve Lapis. I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from A.J. Ross coming up. 20 points in the first half. How did the Spartans get it going offensively in the second?
Well, you know, they did a good job of hanging in there with the way they played defense, but they've got to get somebody else to do something. Omari Moore is forcing the issue, too, and I don't blame him because nobody else is really trying to do anything. Cardenas has struggled. Tolbert was great yesterday. He is struggling. They have done a great job on Omari Moore, and I think what Brian Dutcher is telling his guys is if we can make it really hard, like you'll see here on Omari Moore, number 10, I don't think any of these other guys can do enough to beat us. And they've had a body on him the whole game. They've switched very aggressively against him. He's had big guys on him. He's had small guys on him. They have made life miserable for Omari Moore.
That was Who's Reaching New Heights, brought to you by Werner Ladder. As you see the first half numbers, the Spartans shooting just 29%. We saw Trammell limp off after he hit that 3 to close out the first half. He does start the second half, puts up a 3 right here, and a foul is called. Gives us a chance to check in with A.J. Ross.
Oh, Andrew and Coach, I spoke with Tim Miles at the half, and he told me they cannot let San Diego State keep pushing them around with their defense. He said especially when they're in full denial with Omari Moore, they cannot go 4-on-4 with these guys if they want to win this. He's encouraging Omari to be more aggressive, and on the other side of the ball defensively, he says this team, the Spartans team, has to lock down, guys.
Well, there's no doubt that for them to win this game, Omari Moore has to lead the way. So, and he's got to keep shooting. Right now, 2 for 7. You know, yeah, he's taking 7 shots in the first half, but nobody else is doing anything. At least he got 7 shots off. He's got to keep looking to do that in the second half.
Trammell fouled by Cardenas shooting the 3. So Trammell with 1 more to come. He's in double figures already with 10 points.
I mean, he got fouled on 2 threes in this game.
1 early in the first half in that one. He goes 2 out of 3. And the lead is 15 for an Aztecs team that is 20-3 when leading at the half this year.
And the other thing, Andrew, 14 three-point shots for San Jose State on 27 attempts. That is a lot of threes for them. They don't shoot a lot of threes.
Diallo with the shot clock at 4. His turnaround shot is nowhere close, and a shot clock violation.
Not getting any better for them in the half court.
7th turnover by the Spartans. Bradley bounces it out to Johnson. They work it around to Butler. And good defense by Anderson. He saves it right to Diallo. Great hustle.
Go. And now you got to go.
Cardenas, the lob. Diallo is able to score.
Easier to do that than to have to set up all the time. That was like a semi-transition basket. San Diego State wasn't setting their defense. Now you got a chance to get some penetration.
Bradley misfires from deep, and the rebound grab by San Jose State. Here's Amari Moore. Now San Diego State can set its defense, and the shot clock already down to 12. Diallo. And a foul is called.
Well, good read that time by San Jose State. They made the switch. They put Bradley on Diallo because of the switch, and they were looking for Diallo down low.
Keyshawn Johnson commits the foul. Moore goes baseline. Good defense by Mensah, the Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year for the second consecutive season. Moore drives right in. Wild shot, no good, and Mensah the rebound. Up ahead, Trammell. Trammell, jumper. How about Mensah coming out to defend Moore on the perimeter?
Well, they switch everything, so that's what happened.
Moore will take the three. And tipped around to Lamont Butler. He's got great speed, trying to go coast to coast. He does, and the foul.
Well, this is what Lamont Butler does in the open floor. He's so strong. Just takes that right to the basket.
His first bucket of the day, and now Butler will go to the free throw line. Had 16 points and 5 rebounds in yesterday's win over Colorado State. A game that Brian Dutcher said they were fortunate to win. They only won by 3. Rams had a chance late, a good chance late.
Isaiah Stevens missed a shot that he makes most of the time. That little step back fadeaway was in and out.
I think Dutcher and the entire team knew that they're not going to win a lot of games in March playing the way they did yesterday. That's taking nothing away from Colorado State, but they know they had to be better. And so far tonight, they have been a lot better.
A lot better tonight. Both ends. Good pass.
Mensah to Johnson.
They need a timeout.
Tim Miles is looking for one. And there's the timeout. San Diego State has opened up an 18-point lead.
Talk about some good help. Keyshawn Johnson. And then a great pass, Mensah to Johnson again.
You are watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota. San Diego State up 40-22 on San Jose State. Aztecs firmly in the NCAA tournament field, and the conference is hoping that they get 4 teams in. Now, our Jerry Palm told us that he's got Utah State as one of his last 4 in, but Jerry says that if they beat Boise State tonight, they're firmly in. I think they're going to get at least 3, and Nevada is going to be an interesting case, Slap.
Yeah, I think 3 is looking really good. If Utah State were to win tonight, probably get them out of the first 4 maybe even. And Nevada obviously is not going to rest peacefully. They're going to be 50-50 in the end. A lot depends on these upsets that could happen.
Good one coming up tonight. Boise State and Utah State here on CBS Sports Network. Out of the timeout, 5 on the shot clock for Amari Moore. Over to Gorner. He'll put that 3 up. And the offensive board to Anderson. Gorner again. Why not? Gorner's been their offense tonight. He's got 3 threes and 13 points.
Yeah, why would you leave him alone like that in the corner?
Bradley looking to answer. 8 points for Matt Bradley. First team All Mountain West selection for the Aztecs. Anderson looking to take Trammell, and a whistle and a foul is called. Takes us to a timeout, but Matt Bradley with the answer from deep, and San Diego State still in cruise control in Vegas. Tomorrow, beginning at 1 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, it's the 8-10 semifinals. First up, VCU, who's the top seed, takes on St. Louis, and that'll be followed by a Dayton-Fordham game, which is a pseudo home game for Fordham as the 8-10 tournament is in Brooklyn. See which teams move one step closer to dancing on the big stage.
I'll tell you, Fordham hasn't been in a game that big in a long, long time.
You'll see it tomorrow on CBS Sports Network as we check in with AJ.
Oh, Andrew, great minds think alike, and Coach Miles during that timeout was telling his guys exactly what Coach Lapis was saying not too long ago. They got to play more aggressive on-ball defense, and when they get stops, they got to get out and go. Those fast break points are going to be crucial down the stretch, guys.
Very nice, AJ. I'm sure Steve slipped you 20% nice things about him. 43-27 after the bucket by Cardenas.
Listen, one thing you don't have to be a genius to know, you better do something against this half-court defense, and playing half-court is not the answer.
Parrish misses twice, and Viola snags the board. That was Cardenas' first bucket of the game. Tried to squeeze a pass to Viola out of bounds to San Diego State.
You know, but at least on that possession, they had a chance to do something instead of just forcing up a shot from the perimeter or a forced three.
Brian Dutcher 10-0 as head coach against San Jose State. Aztecs have won 10 in a row in this series. The last time the Spartans beat the Aztecs was 2017. Butler. Omari Moore is still yet to score here in the second half.
Hey, you know, he had those 5 points that he has really early, didn't he, Andrew?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since he scored.
Viola has separation and scores. San Jose State has made its last 3 shots.
That would qualify as a run against San Diego State.
A rope, yes.
He buried his man so deep there.
Did not score in yesterday's win against the Rams. But a rope has 4 tonight. Gorner does not take the 3, and a foul is called. Adam Seiko is called for the foul, but he said he got poked in the face.
Take a look at some great positioning by a rope. You're going to watch him right here. He's just going to step right across of Gerner, and he's going to bury him right there. And look at it, he's got 1 foot in the restricted area, not stopping him there.
On the other end, Seiko called for the foul, but he's saying that he got hit in the face. And now the officials will take a look at this in the monitor. Take another look. Did Cardenas catch him with an elbow?
Did he catch him in the face? I mean, I saw the elbow, but I didn't see where it ended up.
Right in his mouth.
Yeah. You know, he got hit in the head, so you never know what they're going to say. I'd say no, but...
Seiko was called for the foul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They could definitely change it.
He does have blood coming out of his mouth now, so.
I can tell you one thing. The referees don't like looking at a play like that and all of a sudden say, we call a foul on him.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Clearly not a flop. I mean,
No.
he's bleeding.
I mean, he did reach there, and they didn't see the elbow. That's a tough one because he got hit in the face. And, you know, they're very protective of the head. But I mean, I think it was inadvertent. The kid wasn't trying to do that.
Our crew tonight, Vern Harris, Mike Reed, Larry Spalding.
It was definitely not a flagrant 2. We know that. Obviously, it's not an easy one for them either.
No, tricky. Spending some time on it here with 13:01 to go in the second half.
And it definitely could have been a foul on Seiko because he stuck his arm in. But the question is, what are you doing with Cardenas?
We're about to find out.
Common foul stays on 13. Then we have a flagrant 1 on 13. 2 white will shoot 2, and they get the ball. Okay?
Thank you.
Well,
So
there it is.
They're saying the foul wasn't on Seiko initially, even though they did put up the 2 for him, but now the flagrant as well.
They called an offensive foul on Cardenas and a flagrant 1?
Yes.
That's what it sounded like, right?
Yep. And Tim Miles just found out. But clear on the court, the foul was against Seiko.
Yeah.
So they changed it.
They changed it to an offensive foul and a flagrant 1?
Now they're saying they're keeping it on Seiko.
Yeah, he made a mistake.
But a flagrant 1 has been assessed to Cardenas. Okay, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense. But that's not what he said to me.
No.
Yes, the foul on Seiko and a flagrant 1. Yeah, I mean, as we debated, when you get hit in the face, it's almost going to be a flagrant 1.
So Cardenas now has 3 fouls. That was the first on Seiko. And we're back underway with Trammell in the front court for the Aztecs. Cardenas and Trey Anderson with 3 fouls apiece for San Jose State. Ledee finds some space and connects.
I tell you, he's pretty athletic for a big, strong kid.
Really impressive the last couple of games. He had 10 points and 8 boards yesterday. And in the regular season finale against Wyoming, in a team-high 21 to go along with 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he was their best big yesterday for sure.
Anderson, and a foul is called. They're going to count the bucket. Chance at a 3-point play for Trey Anderson.
Good cut there.
Micah Parrish picks up his second foul. Anderson, the transfer from South Carolina, is a San Diego native. Don't forget, good one coming up when we're done here. Utah State and Boise State for a spot in the Mountain West Championship game. Parrish all the way, and it comes into the hands of Amari Moore, racing up ahead. Corner goes baseline, back to Moore.
I think he's got to shoot that when they threw it back to him.
Amari Moore is 2 for 10. Cardenas too strong, and a foul is called. And now Brian Dutcher is upset. Timeout on the floor as the Aztecs are up by 16. Ledee, the latest to hit for San Diego State. You're watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota. And coming up next, Boise State's in the house, the Broncos. I'll take on Utah State in the nightcap coming up next. But still more to come here with San Jose State on the comeback trail, at least trying to be, against top-seeded San Diego State. San Diego State swept the regular season title and the conference tournament title 2 years ago, and they have a chance to do that again this year. Regular season champs for the third time in 4 years, and 2 wins away from a conference tournament title. It'll be the 7th time they've won the conference tournament title. If they do that here in the Mountain West, that is a record.
Been a tough night for Cardenas.
A rope tied up inside, still gets the shot away, and Amari Moore with the rebound. Viola, nice touch inside.
That was a quick pick and roll. Viola dove hard to the basket, and a nice pass.
Spartans have made their last 5 shots. Trammell thought about a 3. Now he'll take the 2 and hit. Well, he said confidence is not going to be an issue for me. Only 3 points combined in the last 2 games. He took the first shot of the day for the Aztecs, and now he's got 12 points.
And you know, Brian Dutcher told him last night, he said, hey, you didn't score today? Tomorrow might be your day. You just got to have your head right. And he certainly came into this game with his head right.
Viola again, but good defense by Parrish.
Really good anticipation, Andrew. I mean, he read that from a mile away. That's why he's such a good defender.
10 turnovers by the Spartans. And a foul called against Viola. Second against the sophomore from San Mateo, California.
A lot of ball there.
Seiko. Parrish, he's going to take that 3. Short. Tracks it down in the corner. Put it up again. Off the side of the backboard. Out of bounds to San Jose State. Parrish had a nice first half with 9 points, yet to score here in the second. Gorner and Viola come out. 16-point game.
I'll tell you, Moore hasn't taken a shot in a long time.
Cardenas with 7 to shoot, gets inside, and the reverse lay-in is there. His second bucket of the game. And Brian Dutcher has 3 of his starters at the scorer's table set to check in. Johnson turnaround, and a foul is called.
A little high-low between Ledee and Keyshawn Johnson.
Omari Moore tonight, just 5 points and 1 assist. He's turned the ball over twice. And they are so reliant on Moore. He has scored 26% of San Jose State's points this season, the most of any player in the Mountain West. So when he doesn't have it going, they don't have a ton of other options that can pick up the slack.
And he's playing against a team that the way they play defense, they don't just worry about guarding. Everybody's guarding him. That's how they play. They help each other out so well. They switch everything. So it's not one guy. It's been the whole team.
One out of 2 for Keyshawn Johnson. Diallo, off pass. Cardenas has it. 8:50 to go. Diallo, the offensive rebound, put back. Mensah got a piece of that one. Second in the Mountain West in blocks per game. Mensah inside to Johnson. Woo. He can rattle some rims.
Man, he can. What a good pass, too, from Nathan Mensah.
Gorner quickly puts up a 3. And the follow for Diallo.
You know, they've been scoring a little bit in the paint in the second half. First half, they had like 8 points in the paint. And they're one of the best in the league at scoring in the paint.
Bradley, it's not there. Cardenas tracks it down. Yeah, you're right, Steve, though. It doesn't even look like Omari Moore's looking to shoot.
And I think he's had a couple of shots that he has not looked at.
Passes it off here with 8 on the shot clock. Moore gets it back. On the drive, and the foul is called with 4 seconds to shoot. Takes us to a timeout. No surprise, Aztecs getting it done defensively. The Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year with the block, and Keyshawn Johnson with the jam. We are back with our game summary brought to you by AT&T 5G. Gorner with 13 points. It's his 7th double-digit game this season. But Trammell having a nice night for the Aztecs. He's got a dozen.
Yeah, last night he is the scorer. He's taken 5 shots. He's made 3 of them tonight. He came out aggressive from the beginning. He's also 5 for 6 from the three-point line because he got fouled on 2 3-point shots. So he's the leading scorer right now for the Aztecs at 12 points. Big difference from yesterday, but that's the kind of team this is. Every day, it's somebody different.
Trammell staying loose. We saw him hobbling a little bit at the end of the first half. Meanwhile, in 2 games against San Diego State, Omari Moore is 5 for 20 from the floor. He's got the ball here and gets rid of it quickly.
He doesn't want to shoot the 3.
Misses another, now 5 for 21, but he gets it back. Tolbert explodes for 2.
They get into the paint a lot more in the second half.
And the lead is down to 13. Butler. Tough shot, rebound Tolbert.
You got to push this.
Gorner drives in with the right hand. He scores again. He's got 15.
I'll tell you what, you think of this kid as only a 3-point shooter. That was a heck of a move.
Native of Turkey. Spent 1 year at Arizona. And now in his second season with the Spartans. Butler, 3-ball, yes. That's a big shot for San Diego State.
Big miscommunication there by San Jose State. And they better give him some help.
And a 5-second call.
That's a bad 5-second because nobody was in the front court. There were 3 guys in the front court, 1 guy in the back court who was getting doubled, and nobody in the front court ran back to just help him get the ball in bounds.
11th turnover by San Jose State. Inside 6 minutes to play. Butler muscles his way and a foul. Cardenas hit the deck hard. And he's the one called for the foul. That's his 4th. There's Omari Moore, 25% in 2 games against the Aztecs, 43% the rest of the season. Mountain West Player of the Year. Brian Dutcher keeps going to his bench, and a lot of times the people coming in are seniors. In fact, 75% of San Diego State's points this season are from seniors. That's the 3rd highest rate of any Mountain West team in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, and they rotate, Andrew, those 4 big guys, and they're all old, they're all upperclassmen.
Our Jerry Palm has the Aztecs as a 6th seed in the NCAA tournament.
Great help by Keyshawn Johnson. He's a really good defender.
Moore rejected by a rope. Butler left alone. Not this time. Cardenas skies for the rebound. With 5 minutes to go.
You know, they have really good chemistry. They like Brian Dutcher said, these guys like playing together. They're unselfish.
Tolbert.
Oh.
And a foul is called. A flop on Johnson.
Yeah, I can see that's a flop.
Tolbert heard the whistle, and that's why he pulled up. And the flop is called. Omari Moore goes to the free throw line. Not his night.
I thought that the flop was not called and stopped play. I thought it was on the net. They signal it, and then on the next dead ball, because I mean that kid had a shot, and he stopped because they blew the whistle. I'm not sure about that one.
Did they blow the whistle, or did he stop on his own?
I don't know.
It was a little confusing.
It was a little confusing.
In any event, it's 57-42.
That was weird.
Weird things happen late at night in Las Vegas. And an offensive foul is called against San Diego State. Let's go back and see if we can hear a whistle on that flop. Yeah, came in late.
But I don't think they're supposed to be. I think you're supposed to call the flop, and then on the next dead ball, administer the flop. So that doesn't happen. He could have scored that.
Yeah. Bad pass by Moore, but it ends up with Tolbert. He misses in tight. A rope had it, lost it. A rope able to get it over to Bradley. And a foul called inside. Cardenas and Johnson were tied up, but if that's on Cardenas, that's his 5th. And it is. He's gone. Cardenas fouls out with 4 points and 6 assists. Johnson makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Obviously, the Aztecs are focused on winning the tournament championship, but you skip ahead to the NCAA tournament. They've lost in the first round in each of their last 3 NCAA appearances, and Matt Bradley pretty candid about it. He said, I know that people are going to talk about that when it's tournament time, and that's something we can't shy away from. It just seems to me that this team is very determined, as a traveler's call, to make some noise in the NCAA tournament this year. They know that people are going to talk about what's happened to them in the past. Still time before that, though, trying to close out the Spartans. Coming up next, road to the Final Four continues as our experts. Look at this. Late night back east. Wiley's got his feet on the desk. Seems a little disrespectful. They'll have Inside College Basketball coming up on CBS Sports Network. And yeah, we sleep in May, JR. 3 games late tonight still to come, including our other Mountain West semi between Utah State and Boise State. You allow Wiley to put his feet up like that when you're in there?
That's my spot too, by the way. That's where I sit normally. That's really annoying.
Yeah, you got to lay the law down, Lap.
I'm going to say something.
You should.
But when I get in there the second weekend, they're going to hear it.
59-42. Aztecs on the verge of running their record to 26-6 on the year. Close to 2.5 minutes without scoring for San Jose State.
It seems like that's one of the redundant things we say every time we have a San Diego State game. There's a nice drought or a few droughts in the game.
There's been a few in this one.
You need balance to play against San Diego State. You know, and this San Jose State team is so reliant on Omari Moore. And they said, we're going to stop him. Let somebody else do it. And nobody else has been able to do it.
Trammell hangs and misses. And it's saved by Parrish. Shot clock doesn't reset. Bradley puts it up. And Gorner the rebound. Keep in mind for this San Jose State team, their season might not be over after this. They're a candidate to play in a postseason tournament starting next week. Young team, second-year coach. Why not? Keep it going.
Oh, they would welcome an NIT bid.
No doubt.
And I don't think that that's out of the question. Their net is under 100, which is one of the first qualifications to do that. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Because now the NIT takes all those teams that won their regular season championship and didn't win their conference tournament. So that knocks out a lot of spots.
Diallo checks out with 3:14 to play. Trey Anderson has one more at the line. 7 points tonight for the junior. Real nice bounce back game for Darion Trammell. 12 points for the senior. Trammell puts it up again. Yes, sir. 15 for Trammell.
He came off that screen confident and ready to fire.
In double figures for the 14th time this year. Gorner for 3. Rebound Parrish with 2.5 to go.
Might as well kill a little clock now.
Tim Miles is looking down his bench. Looks like he's going to put in some of his substitutes with 2 minutes to go. The follow is there.
What a rebound by Keyshawn Johnson.
The lead is 20. Largest of the night for San Diego State. Here's Amari Moore and a goaltend. So count the bucket for Moore.
I don't know. I didn't know when I saw it. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
And Amari Moore has come out. Looks like his night is done as both teams have gone to their bench. Elijah Saunders, the Phoenix native, is on the floor for San Diego State. He's got the ball here. Bradley's pass is picked off by Garrett Anderson. He races up ahead, coast to coast. No, Iola cleans it up. And he missed it. Tell you what, Steve, and we talked about this earlier, but the way that Brian Dutcher can go 9 deep is really going to help the Aztecs for what's a very quick turnaround to tomorrow's championship game.
No doubt about it. I mean, whoever they play, I mean, Boise State, not deep at all. Utah State, maybe a little bit deeper than Boise State. They've got a really good sixth man of the year in the league, but I'll tell you what, 9 guys makes a big difference in that third game.
DeMarshe Johnson inside. He lost it out of bounds. It'll be San Jose State basketball. Good run by the Spartans, and it might not be done. They might play next week, but had never won a Mountain West tournament game until yesterday. It was their 20th win of the year. This is truly a great success story for the Spartans for Tim Miles in his second season.
A lot of firsts this year for them, absolutely. I think if you had asked Tim Miles when he got there, would this happen in year 2, he would have said, no way.
JT Elder is at the line. Tucson, Arizona native. It'll be 11 straight wins in this series for San Diego State against San Jose State. Parrish puts up a 3. And the rebound grabbed by Kellen King. And King connects. Final 10 seconds. San Diego State can dribble it out. Aztecs fans on their feet. San Diego State back in the Mountain West Championship game. It's the 6th consecutive year that San Diego State has made the Mountain West title game. 64-49 the final. And a balanced scoring attack for the Aztecs. Updating the bracket, San Diego State, familiar territory, 6 o'clock Eastern on CBS tomorrow. They've now reached the Mountain West Championship game in 15 of 24 years. And AJ's with Brian Dutcher.
That's right, Coach Dutcher. What else can be said about your defense? You limited the Mountain West Player of the Year, forced double-digit turnovers. What else can be said about not just tonight, but this entire season in your defense?
We play hard on defense, and we have great depth, so we always have fresh legs on the floor. So we're able to press back-to-back games and hopefully press again tomorrow because we have a deep bench.
As you talk about your depth, we mentioned Darion Trammell tonight, but any given night it's been a different senior for you. How critical is your depth in a tournament like this?
I told him before the game, I looked in the locker room, we've had 9 guys, different guys that led us in scoring. So we're dangerous. You never know who it's going to be on a given night. I like that kind of depth.
This is your 6th consecutive appearance in the Mountain West Tournament Finals. Every year that you've been here, this is the precedent that you seem to have set. What makes this year and this team so special?
Well, I won't know until we play tomorrow. They'll be special if they can win it. They're still special, but it's a whole nother level to win this thing.
Absolutely. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Brian Dutcher does it again. San Diego State will play for the championship against either Boise State or Utah State. We'll be back with that one. But first, we'll send you to Adam Zucker and the crew. Late night back in New York. It's Inside College Basketball Bracket Week.